I'm Dr. K. Amuda from Biochemistry Department. In today's topic, we can see what is clinical enzymology. The investigation and interpretation of changes in the serum enzymes in disease is one of the most rapidly expanding fields in biochemistry. So, disease வந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா நம்ம என்ன என்சைம் இருக்குது அப்படின்றத இன்வெஸ்டிகேட் பண்ணிவிட்டு அதை நம்ம இன்டரப்ட் பண்ணி we can find out the disease. And this is of course a very expanding field in biochemistry. Kropsky and his co-workers in 1956 published the first papers on serum glutamate oxaloacetate transaminase. And after that, this was followed by serum lactate dehydrogenase. And about the responsibilities of these enzyme assays in general notice. Thus began the present efference of clinical enzymology, and large number of enzymes have been used for diagnosis and prognosis of various diseases. Next we'll see what are all the sources of plasma enzymes. These acts on substrate in plasma and their activity is higher in plasma than in cells. A very good example is coagulation enzymes. The second one is cell-derived enzyme. These enzymes have substrate inside the cell and they act with the substrate which is present inside the cell. These have the highest activity in the cells and overflow into the plasma. They are further subdivided into secretory and metabolic. So going on for the secretory, these are mainly derived from digestive glands and they have the function in the extracellular space. Coming on for the metabolic, these are concerned with intermediary metabolism. These are the enzymes which is used in the intermediary metabolism, all the pathways, and function in the cells, and those enzymes found in the plasma are mainly derived from the soluble and microsomal fractions of the cells. The cell-derived enzymes enter into the plasma in small amount as a result of continuous normal aging of the cells. So எப்போ வந்துட்டு செல் டிரைவ்ட் என்சைம்ஸ் வந்து பிளாஸ்மாவில் வரும், அதாவது செல்லில் இருக்கிற என்சைம்ஸ் வந்து எப்போ பிளாஸ்மாவில் வரும் அப்படின்னா இந்த செல்ஸ் வந்து நார்மலாக ஏஜ் ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா செல்ஸ் வந்து டிஸ்ட்ரக்ட் ஆகிட்டு அதுக்குள்ளே இருக்கிற என்சைம் மே கம் அவுட். Another one is owing to diffusion through undamaged cell membranes. Diffusion in the sense வந்துட்டு செல்ஸ்லேருந்து அதுவே வந்துட்டு வெளியில் வரும். when the enzymes வந்து அதிகமாக இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா செல்லில் இருக்கிற enzymes என்ன பண்ணும் அப்படின்னா will enter outside. So this is of course a normal process. And these enzymes, they may leave the plasma through inactivation, catabolism in general amino acid pools. So enzyme ஓட duration, that is அந்த period வந்துட்டு முடிஞ்சிருச்சு அப்படின்னா the enzyme என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா அதுவே break down ஆயிடும். break down ஆயிட்டு நார்மலாக இருக்கிற general protein pool வழியாக வந்துட்டு it will excreted out. And next என்ன அப்படின்னா it is a rarely excretion in bile and urine. Possible mechanism responsible for abnormal levels. Serum level of a particular enzyme may be increased by disease that provoke an increase in the rate of release or a decrease in the rate of disposition of the excretion. So ஒரு particular disease வருது அப்படின்னா the enzyme level என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா increase ஆகும். இது எதை சொல்லுது அப்படின்னா அந்த ஆர்கனில் வந்து டேமேஜ் இருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்லுது. இல்லை அப்படின்னா இன்னொரு ரீசன் என்னவா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா அது நார்மலாக வந்து எக்ஸ்க்ரீஷன் மெக்கானிசம் வந்து ப்ராப்ளம் அப்படிங்களா we can say. So first we'll see increase serum level and then we'll go for the decrease in the excretion. So first when you see an increase in the rate of release, increased serum level may be due to one increased release, that is when there is necrosis of the cell, when there is damage to the cell, what happens அப்படின்னா the tissue will be damaged. the resultant pattern will depend on normal enzyme content of the tissue or the organ, or on the extent and the type of the necrosis. Increased permeability of cell membrane without necrosis of the cells. Increased permeability without the gross cellular damage, or else you can say this as a necrosis, can increase the enzyme level. So செல்ல எந்த டேமேஜும் இருக்காது, ஆனால் வந்துட்டு enzyme level வந்துட்டு increased ஆகும். So this is due to, we can see an example for this. This may be due to viral hepatitis. So before jaundice appears, there is an increase in the level of the enzyme transaminase, that is SGPT. This is due to the degradation of liver cells. And during muscular dystrophy, there is elevated levels of aldolase, SGOT and CPK. Next, when you come, it is the increased production of enzyme within the cells. So normal விட செல்ஸ்ல வந்துட்டு enzymes வந்து அதிகமா produce ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா, so what happens, the enzyme which is present, which is produced in the increased concentration inside the cell, will automatically come out into the plasma. This is of course a normal concept. So when you take in a situation, may be seen in treatment with patients with protein anabolic drugs. In this drugs, what happens, it increases the synthesis of liver cell transaminases, that is, it increases the transaminases enzyme, and there is increase in the level of serum transaminase in the plasma. So the enzyme which is synthesized in an increased concentration inside the cell may overflow into the plasma. And next, an increase in tissue source of enzyme may be due to increased rate of production in cells as mentioned above, or else there is increase in the number of cells. So during a mass cells, or else you can say this as a tumor or malignancy, etc., the enzyme alkaline phosphatase is increased in patients with osteoblastic bone lesions, and the enzyme acid phosphatase is increased in patients with carcinoma in the prostate. Next we'll see the second one. It is impaired disposition, that is excretion. Increased level of serum alkaline phosphatase is seen in patients with obstructive jaundice. Certain increased enzyme level in case of renal failure. Next, decreased serum levels. Decreased formation of enzymes which may be due to genetic. So genetic in the sense, it is hypophosphatasia with the decreased alkaline phosphatase level in serum. And during Wilson disease, there is a decrease in serum celluloplasmin. Next is acquired. In hepatitis, decreased serum levels of pseudocholinesterase due to decreased production. So next example we can say, decreased serum amylase in patients with chronic hepatic or pancreatic disease, or those who are seriously malnutritioned. This may be due to enzyme inhibition, that is, decreased serum pseudocholinesterase in insecticide poisoning, and may be also due to lack of cofactors, that is, decreased serum glutamate oxaloacetate transaminase level in pregnancy and also in cirrhosis. Now we'll see some of the important enzymes. So among that, one of the important enzyme is lactate dehydrogenase, and shortly we can say this as LDH and even as LD. The total LDH is tested by the reaction of serum sample with pyruvate and NADH2. That is, so when you want to find out எவ்வளோ amount of LDH is present அப்படின்னா, when you take a serum sample எவ்வளோ பைருவேட் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு நம்ம வந்துட்டு எஸ்டிமேட் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா we can find out the total LDH. So what LDH does is LDH converts lactate to pyruvate. So lactate to pyruvate வந்துட்டு the conversion வந்துட்டு is done by lactate dehydrogenase enzyme, and in turn NADH is used up for this reaction. This lactate dehydrogenase, it is an enzyme which is present in wide variety of organisms, and this has a molecular weight of 32 kilodaltons, and it is a tetramer. M represents for muscle from the chromosome 11, and H is for heart, and this is from the chromosome 12. And this lactate dehydrogenase, it is a enzyme which converts lactate to pyruvate and pyruvate to lactate. That is reversibly it converts, and this happens in almost in different tissues. This LDH consists of 5 isoenzymes, and the 5 isoenzymes are LDH1, LDH2, LDH3, LDH4 and LDH5. And these isoenzymes, that is the 5 isoenzymes, are separated by cellulose acetate electrophoresis at pH 8.6. The normal values of LDH. When you take the serum and identify the amount of LDH, the values are found between 100 to 200 units per liter. The values, the upper range, are generally seen in children. And during severe exercise also, there is a slight increase in this LDH. So we will see LDH and heart attack. So during myocardial infarction, the total LDH activity is increased. So of that, the isoenzyme form, that is H4, is increased 5 to 10 times more. Then we will see differential diagnosis. There is increase in total LDH level is seen during hemolytic anemias, then during hepatocellular damage, that is during liver damage, during muscular dystrophy, during carcinomas, during leukemias, and any other condition which causes necrosis of the body cells. Since because total LDH is increased in many conditions, so there is a need for the study of isoenzymes of LDH is of great importance. Next we will see clinical significance of LDH. In normal serum, LDH2 is a predominant isoenzyme, and LDH5 is rarely seen. And during myocardial infarction, the LDH1, that is H4 levels, are greater than LDH2. During megaloblastic anemia, the level is 50 times upper limit of LDH1 and LDH2. During muscular dystrophy, the LDH5, that is M4, is increased. During toxic hepatitis with jaundice, there is 10 times more increase in LDH5. And during renal disease, that is during tubular necrosis, the LDH3 level is increased. The total LDH is increased in neoplastic diseases. The LDH5 is increased in breast cancer, malignancy of central nervous system, and during prostate cancer. In leukemias, the LDH2 and LDH3 levels are increased. And in malignant tumors of testes and ovaries, the LDH2, the LDH3, LDH5 levels are increased. In CSF, during bacterial meningitis, the LDH4 and LDH5 is increased. During metastatic tumors, the level of LDH is increased. And also during viral meningitis, the LDH1 isoenzyme is increased. The next important enzyme is creatine kinase, and shortly we can say this as CK. It is used for the conversion of creatine to creatine phosphate. So this enzyme creatine kinase catalyzes the reaction, that is creatine வந்துட்டு creatine phosphate convert ஆகிறதுக்கு this enzyme is used. This CPK, it consists of 3 isoenzymes. Each isoenzyme of CK is a dimer. The molecular weight for creatine kinase is 40 kilodaltons. And the subunits are called as B for brain, and this is from chromosome 14, and M for muscle, and this is from chromosome 19. When you take the normal serum value, it is around 15 to 100 units per liter for males, and for females it is 10 to 80 units per liter. This creatine kinase and heart attack. CK value in serum is increased during myocardial infarction. So myocardial infarction வரும்போது இந்த CK level என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா increase ஆகும். அந்த rise வந்துட்டு will takes place within 3 hours of infarction. So myocardial infarction வந்த உடனே ஒரு 3 hoursல அதோட value வந்துட்டு increase ஆகும். Therefore, CK estimation is very useful to detect early cases of myocardial infarction. So then the CK value is not increased in hemolysis or in congestive cardiac failure, and therefore the CK has an advantage over LDH. Creatine kinase and muscle disease. The level of CK in serum is very much elevated during muscular dystrophies. That is, the elevation is around 500 to 1500 IU per liter. The level is very high in early phases of the disease. All the muscle is destroyed. Estimation of total CK is employed in muscular dystrophies, and MB isoenzyme is estimated in myocardial infarction. We'll go for the next enzyme, transaminases. The transaminases are the enzyme which transfers amino group. This is called as a transaminases. There are 2 transaminases present. One is AST, another one is ALT. So AST is aspartate transaminase and ALT is alanine transaminase. This AST is present in cytoplasm and also in mitochondria, whereas ALT is present in cytosol of liver. These enzymes are more important in assessing and monitoring the degree of liver cell. So that is inflammation and necrosis. The highest activity of ALT are found in hepatocytes and also in the muscle cells. So therefore, elevations in serum ALT are considered to be relatively specific for liver disease. So when you take the enzyme AST, this enzyme may be elevated in other forms of tissue damage such as myocardial infarction, muscle necrosis, and also in renal disorders. In acute viral hepatitis, there is 100 to 1000 times increase in both ALT and also AST, but ALT level is increased more than that of AST. We'll see both enzymes, that is AST and ALT. So going on for the first enzyme, that is aspartate transaminase, shortly as AST. It is also called as serum glutamate oxaloacetate transaminase, that is SGOT. This SGOT needs pyridoxal phosphate as coenzyme. And the AST is estimated by taking aspartate alpha-ketoglutarate, pyridoxal phosphate, that is vitamin B6, and patient serum as a source of AST. The oxaloacetate which is formed may be allowed to react with dinitrofenylhydrazine to produce a color which is estimated colorimetrically at 520 nanometer. So when you want to see the normal serum level of AST, it is 8 to 40 units per liter. So coming for distribution, this AST is distributed in liver, heart, skeletal muscle, kidney, and this is also present in erythrocytes. Now we have to see a marked increase and moderate increase. So marked increase is 10 to 100 times the upper adult reference limit is called as a marked increase. This marked increase is seen during circulatory failure with shock and hypoxia, during myocardial infarction, and also during acute viral or toxic hepatitis. Then coming for the moderate increase, this moderate increase is seen during cirrhosis, during jaundice. So during jaundice up to 10 times the upper adult reference limit, during malignant infiltration of the liver, and here the level may be normal but may rise to twice the upper reference range, during skeletal muscle disease, and during surgery, that is especially after cardiac surgery, and also during severe hemolytic episodes. The enzyme alanine aminotransferase, that is ALT, it is also called as serum glutamate pyruvate transaminase, that is SGPT. This alanine transaminase needs pyridoxal phosphate as coenzyme. So when you come for the reaction, alanine combines with alpha-ketoglutarate for the formation of pyruvate and L-glutamate, and this is done by the enzyme SGPT, and for this reaction it needs a coenzyme, and this coenzyme is called as a pyridoxal phosphate. When you see the normal levels of ALT, it is 5 to 30 units per liter. The very high values, that is around 100 to 1000 units per liter, are seen in acute hepatitis, and this may be either toxic or viral in origin. Both ALT and AST are increased in liver disease. When you come for the distribution, very high concentration is seen in the liver and lesser extent in skeletal muscle, kidney, and also in heart. Now we will see the marked increase and moderate increase. So marked increase is 10 to 100 times the upper limit of the adult reference range. This marked increase is seen during circulatory failure with shock and hypoxia, and also during acute viral or toxic hepatitis. Next, coming for the moderate increase. The moderate increase is seen during cirrhosis, during infectious mononucleosis, during liver congestion, that is secondary to cardiac failure, during cholestatic jaundice, and also during surgery or extensive trauma and skeletal muscle disease. Next enzyme is alkaline phosphatase. Shortly it is said as ALP. This alkaline phosphatase is a non-specific enzyme which hydrolyzes aliphatic, aromatic or heterocyclic compounds. The optimum pH of the enzyme reaction is between 9 and 10. So the alkaline phosphatase வந்துட்டு aliphatic, aromatic or heterocyclic compounds வந்து hydrolyze பண்ணோம். என்ன pHல அப்படின்னா it is between 9 and 10. We'll see the distribution. It is produced by osteoblast of bones. Bone oda cells it is produced and localized in cell membranes, lactating mammary gland and also in placental. When you see the normal level of ALP, it is from 40 to 125 units per liter. In children, the upper level of normal value may be more because of the increased osteoblastic activity. When you want to see the moderate increase, the increase in ALP level is seen in hepatic disease such as hepatitis and hepatocellular carcinoma. And very high levels of ALP is seen during extrahepatic obstructions. And drastically, there is high levels of ALP in bone disease where osteoblastic activity is enhanced such as Paget's disease, rickets, osteomalacia, osteoblastoma, metastatic carcinoma of bone and during hyperparathyroidism. Next we'll see the enzyme acid phosphatase, that is ACP. This acid phosphatase hydrolyzes phosphoric acid esters at pH between 4 and 6. When you see the normal value of acid phosphatase, it is 2.5 to 12 units per liter. The distribution of this enzyme is in liver, prostate, RBC, WBC, platelets and also in bones. This ACP is secreted by the prostate cells, RBC, platelets and WBC. The erythrocyte ACP gene is located in chromosomal 2 and osteoclast ACP gene is on the chromosomal 19 and lysosomal gene is on 11 and prostate ACP gene is on 13. So when you want to see the marked increase, ACP total value is increased in prostate cancer and it is highly elevated in the bone metastasis of prostate cancer. So, ACP is therefore an important tumor marker. And this ACP is also present in high concentration in the semen and it is a finding which is used in forensic medicine in investigation of rape. Going on for the next enzyme, it is amylase. This amylase splits starch to maltose. So starch it is a polysaccharide. It is fully made up of glucose. The starch it is converted to maltose by the enzyme amylase. And this enzyme is activated by calcium, chloride and fluoride ions. It is produced by pancreas and salivary glands. They are products of different genes located in chromosome 1. When I come for the normal serum value, it is 50 to 120 units per liter. This value is increased about 1000 times in acute pancreatitis, which is a life-threatening condition. And the moderate increase in serum levels are seen in chronic pancreatitis during mumps, obstruction of the pancreatic duct and in renal disease. In the last condition, the enzyme is not excreted through the urine properly and hence serum value is raised. It is increased in acute pancreatitis. In this, we have discussed about some of the important enzymes which is used in clinical enzymology. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.